Guys, let's get real. Is Michael Vick a Hall of Fame quarterback? No, he's not. That's insane to think. I'm a huge Michael Vick fan, and I'm somebody that believes in redeeming themselves and qualities and being a product of your environment to a degree. And I love dogs, so you can understand my childhood. I loved Michael Vick. I thought he was great. Looking back as an adult, understanding a little more about football, Michael Vick was very limited. His time in Atlanta. Now, the scheme was limited for his skill set as well, I'll say that, but we can ultimately only go off of what was on the field, and I do take influence into account some with Hall of Fame's players. I just feel like a Hall of Fame player, I do really agree with the certain idea that if you have to think about it, that's a problem. Like if you have to think about it for any type of moment, then he's probably shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. And with Michael Vick, I hesitate heavily. I think about it heavily. That's a problem. He should not be in the Hall of Fame. His passing was not the best. Did he get better his time in Philly at passing? Yes. Was he still electric? Yes, but he wasn't the electrifying, magnificent, game changing speed of a player that he was in Atlanta. And what he made up for in the passing, Andy Reid helped with the scheme some a little more than Atlanta was at that time going to help him. So Philly was a little more refined version of him, a little bit better passing, but he was still limited. They never won anything. I don't even think they had a real deep playoff run. His deepest run in the playoffs was his second year starting, I think, with Atlanta when they went to the NFC Championship game. That's the year they beat Green Bay in Green Bay. That was the first time that had ever happened type deal. That was the big deal. That's his biggest win of his career. And that was his second or third year in the league. So it's you have to take things into consideration. I think Vick was very limited as a passer. Lamar Jackson's a far better passer. I'm not going to get into things like that with other players, but no, Vick is not a Hall of Fame player. He's an electric player, an influential player, an exciting player, a really good player at times, an impactful player, a game changer, not a Hall of Famer. Look at his stats. They're kind of pedestrian. Honestly, they're not. His passing numbers are not that great. And for what he did in the running game, he obviously never had any major success anywhere. Like I said, his deepest run was in his second year. So, Michael Vick, not in the Hall of Fame.